Hey guys, Anthony here. It's Saturday, August 8th, 2020. In today's video, we are going to read an article, a posting from the Trends Research Institute. It's been around for 40 years. It's the world leader in trend forecasting. I highly recommend that you subscribe to this. You hear me talk about in a lot of my videos, Gerald Celente, his group, and himself look at trends, specifically financial trends, and make forecasts from the facts, from the real raw data. And so I've been subscribed now for several months. It runs about $125 a year, I think. It's well worth it. The Trends report comes out every Tuesday, comes out electronically. You get a sign-on, you log in. All the articles are right there by topic. I'll be talking about a lot of those articles because they relate to what's going on with everything that we're experiencing now with the economy, with the virus, the pandemic, etc. Mr. Celente has added a prepping or a survival article each week as well. This is the third one, I believe. He uses a gentleman a very famous gentleman called Bradley Steiner that has a lot of experience in this. I won't go into his background, but I want to get right into the article today. It's called Protecting Yourself, the Carjacking Nightmare. And we'll look at what Mr. Steiner says here. When New York City locked down in March, by mid-April, auto theft soared 63%. It's a trend. And as the global economy dives deeper, car thefts will continue to rise. So this affects all of us and our spouses, etc., children. Without having experienced it, you probably cannot come close to fully understanding the immediate terror, hopelessness, or helplessness, and subsequent depression coupled with future fear of leaving one's home and driving anywhere that many who have been victimized by carjackers have felt and lived with. As I see it, we have deteriorated into a useless, whining, disgraceful society of hand-wringing victim types with a law enforcement mission directed at curtailing domestic spats, ticketing those who drive without their seatbelts fastened, and arresting honest business people for perhaps not having closed down their businesses or not demanding that they and those who patronize those businesses wear a face mask, all in order to defeat the world enemy, COVID-19. So he's basically saying we're divulging into, doing frivolous things to go against this false war against this pandemic. Carjacking is one manifestation of violent crime that is, not surprisingly, increasing as we sink deeper and deeper into economic despair. And Gerald Celente talks a lot about that, that we are, in fact, in the greatest depression ever. Get that through your head. Things are not going back to normal. There's not going to be a V-shaped recovery. We're in a free fall in this country and around the world. And again, the deeper the greatest depression goes, the higher the crime rate skyrockets. I'm looking at articles today, announcements. They want to let 50,000 something prisoners go around the country. This is spiraling downhill, guys. In that very sensible period and place in America's history, for some reason labeled the Wild West, those who stole a man's horse were, when caught, hanged. It is more than just in the movies. It was a fact of life. If a man came upon some scum attempting to steal his horse, he shot him. End of problem. Either way, the criminal act of depriving a person of his crucially needed transportation or attempting to deprive him of it was permanent. Horse thieves never lived to become recidivists. In other words, they never were put away and got out again and did it again. They didn't have the chance to. Hanging and gunfire tended to bring a swift and certain end to the 1800s equivalent of today's car thief or jacker. In Seattle, Washington, a kind of mecca for the scurrilous bipedal garbage who steal people's transportation, it is only after 7 convictions that one of these dirtbags finally is sentenced to a jail term, and it's a lenient jail term. No firing squad, no stoning, hanging, or gas chamber. Am I actually suggesting a carjacker or auto thief should be put to death? You're damned right I am, Bradley Steiner says. Consider the plight of someone desperately needing to drive a loved one to an emergency room in the middle of the night only to discover his vehicle is not there, or the young woman with a child suddenly facing some bastard with a gun demanding the key to her car, or a businessman or student stopping to get gas for his car and finding himself the victim of one or more rodents who steal his vehicle, leaving him unable to get to work or to school, or being hamstrung possibly for weeks, unable to use his customary needs of transportation. Yes, I think carjackers and car thieves should be hanged. I agree with this article right here, what he says. Or better still, stopped literally dead in their tracks by armed would-be victims who would deal with them exactly as they deserve. In the real world of self-defense, people who will fight for their lives, no overconfident, unarmed car thieves who believe they can scare and intimidate some citizen into passively surrendering his vehicle can often be dropped neatly on the pavement where they stand by some no-nonsense blows of unarmed combat. In any case, I would like to provide you with suggestions about vehicle security. Some of these suggestions are identical to those we are taught in professional evasive counter-terrorist driving courses. Do not stop your vehicle if you're in the process of driving it. A vehicle that pursues you and signals you to pull over should never be obeyed unless, of course, it is clearly a police vehicle. Keep your vehicle moving. In every instance of a successful attack, even by trained terrorists, the attackers were successful only after they stopped the target vehicle. If, when you are driving, you see a roadblock ahead, other than law enforcement roadblock, put your vehicle in reverse, back up, turn around, and get out of Dodge. Do not assume that an unruly or any other mob will clear the way for you so you can pass. Get away fast. Never mind what the inconvenience is, how much time you lose, whatever. Avoid contact with the mob by getting out of the situation. If and when you are driving, you suddenly are swarmed by marauding individuals, which has happened, you've seen it on the news, who are hostile and intending to stop your vehicle in a situation you could not see coming, could not avoid, step on the gas and go. You do not want to be taken from your car or truck and beaten to death in addition to losing your vehicle. Whenever you get into your vehicle, lock the doors first thing. Always keep your vehicle doors locked. Carjackings and deadly attacks have occurred when motorists were stopped at red lights without locked doors. If you come on an accident or you see someone being victimized, do not stop, drive, and call 911. Unfortunately, scumbags have been known to take advantage of good Samaritans by setting this trap for them. Do not take a chance. If you find yourself being followed, do not drive home. Drive to a police station or fire station and keep your hand on the horn while driving. Yes, I know this could attract police. Exactly what you want to do. Never stop or slow down for strangers. Roll your window down for a stranger who approaches your vehicle. Drive. Always, 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 always be situationally aware. He says, alert. Whenever you are behind the wheel, no reading, no eating, no cell phone conversations, no fixing your hair, no head turning while deep conversation with a passenger. Discipline or admonish your child later, not while driving. Whenever you stop for gas, keep the door of vehicles locked, windows rolled up. Even if it's only for a minute and you're going in the gas station, you do not want to discover some person in your car, unwelcome passenger pops up with a knife or a gun. This has happened. Consider the use of a tracking device in your vehicle so you could retrieve it. Get gas as soon as your vehicle's tank is half empty. Get it in broad daylight at a clean, known, safe gas station. Ladies, purchase a large man's hat and leave it on the dashboard over the wheel when you park your car. Freaks who seek to target a woman will assume the car is being occupied by a man. Don't leave valuables in your car when you park. Lock each door and always keep windows completely rolled up while shopping or at night for a visit, etc. Hopefully this one is obvious. Never leave the engine running even for a few seconds in order to do anything, no matter how little time you anticipate taking. The advice is important for all who use your vehicle for delivery purposes, pizza, groceries, etc. You should keep your license plates number memorized. I have a picture of mine in my phone. Whenever you bring your vehicle in for servicing, oil change, empty out your glove compartment and keep the contents in a bag with you while your vehicle is being serviced. Don't leave important paperwork or receipts that you have, bank receipts that you have money on you or in your house. These people that work at these places can pass that information on to someone else. Never leave any attached keys as well. If you possess a concealed carry weapon, a CCW, and carry a handgun lawfully when driving, I strongly recommend a cross-draw holster. While driving, a shoulder holster is a good alternative. Either one permits speediest possible accessing of your weapon, ready to go if it is needed. I personally have found cross-draw holsters and shoulder holsters to be the most comfortable and practical for real-world carry and employment in general, he says. There are devices that enable you to press a button and activate a loud-sounding, very realistic gunshot noises. I don't know the best places to purchase these or the most reliable models, but they are sure are a great idea. I think anyone could see the potential benefit of having one of these installed. Stay safe. It's up to you. Bradley J. Steiner. That's the article for today from the Trends Research Institute. I'll have more on the way. Take this and employ it into your situational awareness. Thanks for joining me. Stay ready. Take care. And have a safe weekend. Anthony signing off.